This is a review of the Rogue VB100 Beatle bass made by musician's friend. I've had this bass for a few years. This is one of the older ones. This is made in Korea. I think the newer ones are made in China, but I'm not 100% sure about that. I paid $179 at the local music store used. I've seen them for that same price on sale at Musician's Friend recently, so if you can get one for that price, that's a good deal. I have played a real Hofner a couple of times in the store, but that's it. I don't own one, so I can't really compare this to the Hofner, but I think it's a really fun, playable bass. Let's talk about the sounds you can get out of it first. So this is the sound with both pickups turned fully on. Now there's two ways to turn off a pickup on this bass. The controls here, it has a volume knob for the bridge pickup, volume knob for the neck pickup, and it also has an on-off switch for the bridge and the neck pickup. It's confusing on this one because the on-off for the bridge pickup is actually on the neck pickup side, and then the on-off for the neck pickup is on the bridge pickup side. There's also a rhythm/solo switch, which really is just a volume cut, so I leave that in solo all the time. So the first thing we'll do is listen to the neck pickup by turning the bridge pickup off with the knob. Now we'll turn the bridge pickup off using the switch instead, and the sound is a little bit different. Alright, now let's listen to just the bridge pickup by turning off the knob on the neck pickup. And now I'll turn both pickups fully on, but we'll turn off the neck pickup using the switch. So I hope you can hear the difference with those. Usually when I play with this bass, I play with both pickups fully on. All right, let's talk about the build quality and the construction. I think it's really well made. It's a set neck, so it's not bolted on. It's set in there and glued. And when I first got this bass, I used the round wound strings that were on it. In fact, if you've seen my video of Wonderful Tonight that I recorded on this bass, that was with the original round wound strings it came with. They were a light gauge string. After a while, I put on some heavy flat wounds that were intended for a full-scale Fender type bass. I had those on for a couple of years, and other than having to adjust the truss rod, the neck didn't complain. I had no problems with the bass falling apart or anything. Eventually, though, I invested in the labella strings that are made for the Beatle bass. You may have seen my review of those strings that I did last year. And those are the perfect strings for this bass. It makes it sound like a totally different instrument. It feels and plays right now. This bass is a hard bass, like any Hofner would be, to intonate and set up. As you can see, the bridge has basically four little pieces of fret wire in there. And you can pull them out and put them in different slots to adjust the length of each string. Also, the bridge just floats on top of the bass. You can move that anywhere you want. If you have one of these, I recommend once you get it intonated properly and set up, you should put a mark on the bass so you can easily put the bridge back where it belongs. Also on this bass, I'll hold it closer for you to see. I do have a piece of a mouse pad that I cut and put under the bridge. I actually put that under there because I used a marker to mark it. I didn't like the way it looked, and I wanted to cover it up. But I also like the way the bass sounds with just a little bit of rubber under the bridge. It dampens the sound just a little bit and gives it more of a thumpy sound. So I decided to leave it there. You know, the tuning machines are typical closed head tuners. They're not great, but they don't slip, and I haven't had any problems with them. The fretwork was pretty good on this bass. It's got one high fret, but with the action I've got it set at, I have no problems with it. And the action is very comfortable, very playable. This is just set up, I think, very well. And if you want to play a short scale bass, it's a great one to have. Okay, let's play it with some music. I have got the chord changes here to When You're Smiling, which is an old jazz song. And we'll play along with that, and you can hear what it sounds like. Okay. I think I've told you most of what I know about the bass. It's hard to tell from the video, but it's got a beautiful finish, nice wood grain. The back is beautiful. I believe that most of these Beatle bass copies are made in the same factory, either in Korea or China or Indonesia. If you look at the J. Tercer bass, for instance, it has exactly the same tailpiece, exactly the same control panel here. The only difference is the logo on the headstock. So I think that most of these basses are made in the same place. I don't know about the lower end Hofners. I think it's called the Ignition series. I know that they have a different tailpiece, and but they have the same look in electronics. So those could be made in the same place. So if you're looking for a Beatle bass, I think the Rogue is a great choice. You're not going to pay as much as you would for some others. You get a great bass that plays well, sounds good, and is exactly what I was looking for a Beatle bass without spending thousands of dollars for a real Hofner. If you have any questions, leave them for me in the comments, and I will answer them if I can. Thanks.